Hi, and welcome to Cooking with Beef, and I'm your host, Joshua Glenn. Today we're going to make a sour cream chicken enchilada. This is a great recipe to utilize some leftover chicken breast that you have, or you can boil some chicken breasts to get your protein. Let's get cooking. Let's talk about our ingredients. Here I have about 2 to 3 cups of shredded chicken. I just used a rotisserie chicken today, a traditional style one. You can use anything that you want, like you have leftover fried chicken, just peel it off the bone. Or like I said, you can roast some chicken or boil some chicken for that. We also have some Monterey Jack cheese, 1 large onion, some chicken stock, some jalapenos, flour, some butter, cilantro, some green chilies, and some corn tortillas. Let's get cooking. In our pan we have some oil, and we're going to add our onion and our jalapeno. And we're just going to saute this for about a minute. We're just going to start the cooking process on it. We don't really want to render it down or anything. Once your onions begin to sweat, they've been in there about a minute, we're going to add in our shredded chicken. Give that a good stir. And to that we're going to add about a half a teaspoon of paprika. And again, give it a stir. And we're going to let this saute for just a minute. Alright, so once you've let that saute for a minute, we're going to add in half a cup of low sodium chicken broth. We're also going to add, I forgot to talk about this in my ingredients list, but a cup of heavy cream. You can use half and half if you want to. And we're also going to add in half of our diced green chilies with sauce. So we're just going to toss those in there and get this all incorporated together and let it heat through. So once you are heated through and it's bubbling like this, you're just going to turn it off and set it over to the side until we're ready. And I have my other pan here. We're going to add about 2 tablespoons of some canola oil to this. And we're just going to let that heat up real quick. And this is where we're going to soften up our corn tortillas. Alright, so once you get your oil heated up in your pan, you're just going to throw your corn tortillas in there about 20 seconds per side. You don't want to fry them hard. Alternatively, if you wanted to, you could throw these in a microwave with a damp towel for about 10 to 20 seconds. Just kind of check it until they're soft and warm. And you could do it that way, or you could use flour tortillas. I prefer using corn tortillas as they are traditional, and to me the taste is so much better. Alright, so now time to make the sauce. So I've got a pan here. You could use a skillet if you want to. I've got 3 tablespoons of butter. We're just going to let this melt. Turn my heat down just a little bit. And we're just making a roux. Simple, just like you would making gumbo or anything else, or a bechamel. Kind of the same concept here. We're making a cream sauce without cream. We're just going to add in our 3 tablespoons of flour. We're just killing that raw flour taste. Saute for just a second. So we're just sauteing for just a second, and then we're going to add in our chicken stock and give it a good whisk. Get all that flour broken up. Keep going. So we're going to let this kind of do its thing for just a second. And then we're going to add in the rest of our ingredients. So we've turned the heat down, and we let this cook for about a minute, and we're going to add in the rest of our green chilies. Give this a good stir. And then we're going to add in our sour cream. You only need about 1 cup of sour cream. Add that in there. And you don't want to let this boil at this point. Because you don't want curdled sour cream. So we're just going to mix this together on a low heat until everything's nice and incorporated. Smells fantastic. I wish we had smell-o-vision. Then to that, we're going to add about 1.5 cups of our shredded Monterey Jack cheese. So I'm just going to eyeball this. I have a lot of cheese because we're going to top it and fill it, and more to do. So step. We're just going to mix this together and turn off the heat. Like I said, you don't want to bring it back to a boil. You want the sauce to be good and thick and cheesy. So if your sauce gets a little too thick, we're just going to add a little bit more chicken stock, and it's okay, because that cheese is going to help bind it. So it's going to be really thick. You just want to make sure it's pourable when you put it over your made enchiladas. Okay, so our sauce is done. I did forget, while I was messing with it, to add in some more paprika. A good mix. There's a nice smokiness to it. Alright, so we're going to take our corn tortillas, and I like to have just towel hand by, get some more of the oil off of them. Take them, and you're going to add a little of your chicken mixture, some of your cheese. We're just going to take it and roll that up, and then place it seam down into our pan. We're going to keep going. So once you have your pan filled with your rolled enchiladas, we're just going to take the sauce. It's nice and cheesy, and we're just going to pour that over the top of it. Now, I've obviously made more filling than is required for the recipe. You know, we got to feed the staff here, make sure that they stay full. All right, once you have it nice and covered pretty well, you can, if you want, this is completely optional because there's plenty of cheese in here, you can top it with a little bit more cheese. So we're just going to sprinkle some more cheese on here, then we're going to throw it in a 350-degree oven for about 20 to 30 minutes, just until the cheese is nice and golden brown. So once they've been in there about 30 minutes, you'll see a nice golden brown color. We're just going to top that with some chopped cilantro, and it's ready to plate. So as you plate it, you could top it with some more sour cream if you wanted to, or some salsa, and it's ready to eat. I'm so excited. It's extremely hot. But extremely delicious. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to follow us on Facebook at Birmingham AIDS Outreach or on our website at baobhm.org. Bye.